Hi everybody, Ryan Dorn here from 360 Ad Sales Training and your friends at Sheridan, and today we're talking about native advertising, or sort of a fancy word for paid content. Woo! Just the word makes some of you go crazy and want to crawl out from in front of your computer and strangle me for a second, right? The interesting piece is this. I have publishers large and small. We've figured out how to ethically present paid content or native advertising, and guess what? Guess what? Advertisers love it. And guess what? Readers actually love it as well. And that's why I think that there's a future in it. Now, let's talk through some of the ethical considerations, okay? First of all, I always mark paid content or native advertising as such, whether it's a special promotional section, whether it's just paid advertising marked at the top, I always mark it in such a way. Now, an interesting point of note, there were two different companies that did extensive research studies on paid content and special sections. Readers actually love it. In some cases, they preferred the grouping of the content over traditional forms of editorial. Now, I think it's not because they didn't like what our editors were writing. They liked the fact that it was just all grouped together. For example, I was recently flying an airline where they've got a magazine that's in every seat. I pulled it out and there was a travel section specifically marked paid content, and it had all kinds of travel about the Caribbean. I found it to be intriguing. I thought it was smart. It made a ton of sense, and obviously they sold it. So for me, the first step is making sure that it's marked correctly. Secondly, what I would encourage you to consider is hiring freelancers rather than your staff writers to write that content. The interesting piece in this circumstance is I believe it's going to help your editorial team understand that you know what they're there for and you understand their ethical considerations or maybe their objections to the paid content plan. Now, interesting note, okay? 75% of marketers, okay? 75% of marketers, according to eMarketer.com, say that content marketing is going to be a vibrant piece of their advertising mix for the next 4 to 6 years. 75%. So that means that paid content on our websites is going to be vividly important, and advertisers and marketers are going to be asking about it. So how do we charge for it, and where do we place it? First of all, you might create special sections on your website specifically for this content. Maybe it's specialized blogs that are marked as such. Maybe it's specialized sections that are marked as such. That's fine. The other piece of it is you want to make sure that your team of writers, freelancers, or whatever understands the goal that's trying to be achieved by these content marketing experts. As an example, if they're trying to get relevant searches for chocolate chip cookies, the articles are going to have to be rich with text related to chocolate chip cookies, okay? So it's important that the editorial team understands the goal as well. Now, do you need to mimic what's on the web that's in print? I don't think so. I think you can have an online plan for native advertising or paid content, and then I think you can have a print plan for it as well. Don't be afraid of it. Don't shy away from it. I think you just need a plan, and you just want to go and find a lot of really good and vibrant examples. And for me, you can always find the best examples out there when you just go and spend some time in front of the magazine rack at your local Barnes & Noble and just check it out. You're going to flip through and see that the biggest names in the business, okay, have embraced paid advertising and native advertising. And I don't believe that they've sold their soul to anybody. I think they're just understanding that they're giving advertisers what they want, and readers really like it. I'm Ryan Dorn from 360 Ad Sales Training and Strategy, and on behalf of the fine folks at Sheridan, thank you so much for watching this video. More helpful videos straight ahead.